I don't know why it is, but The Bodyguard is the one episode of Tom and Jerry that I remembered so ridiculously well. I've mentioned in a few videos recently, I'm rewatching Tom and Jerry because I love the nostalgia, but I can't really remember that many episodes very specifically. But with The Bodyguard, I can remember it so vividly, and I don't know if maybe we taped it on a VHS and I watched it quite a lot. I don't think I ever had any Tom and Jerry VHSs specifically, but for some reason, this episode stuck in my mind, and it always has. And I absolutely adore it. It was released in 1944, directed, of course, by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera, written by Otto Englander. We have William Hanna voicing Jerry, and we have Billy Bletcher as Spike. Spike, I think, is a character that I love to hate. Usually, usually I think he's kind of not very well utilized, and therefore I feel like he's underdeveloped in some cases. But in this cartoon, he is a shining star, and I absolutely love him. Spike gets captured by the dog catcher. Jerry helps him out by unleashing the back of the van, or releasing or unleashing the back of the van, and Spike gets free. So Spike says, "I'm forever indebted to you. If ever you need me, if ever you have a problem with Tom, just whistle and I'll be there." And throughout the cartoon, Tom appears, Jerry whistles, Spike appears and dunks Tom on the head with some kind of implement. And I really enjoy it. But what I love most about it is once the bubblegum machine becomes involved. And there's this beautiful bit of animation that has really stuck with me. Well, there are two bits of animation. There's one when I don't want to give too much away. Okay, there will be spoilers from now for what happens. So I'll just say I love it. If you haven't seen it, give it a watch. It is on YouTube or Dailymotion. Please come back and let me know what you think of it. Spoilers from now. One of my favourite bits is when Tom is painting the bubblegum ball. And I don't know why, but I absolutely love that. I think it looks fabulous. And the other bit I love, as harsh as this sounds, is when Jerry is trying to whistle and he can't because of the bubblegum, and his cheeks kind of puff, and it's just adorable and I love it. And there are two bits of animation that I've carried with me for, I don't know, 20-25 years maybe, and it's in my head and it will not leave, and I'm happy to keep it there. There's just something about The Bodyguard that has stuck with me for various decades, and there's a good reason for it. It's a brilliant episode. I would say it's my favourite episode of Tom and Jerry, and I'm really glad that I've kind of rewatched it and rekindled my love of it. If you haven't seen it, first of all, I apologise for spoiling some of the humour, but I definitely recommend you check it out. The Bodyguard is a beautiful episode, well animated, a lovely narrative. Spike is brilliant in it. It's a lot of fun. Definitely one that I recommend.